So I'll be honest, for a long time I didn't really get Easter. I knew that it was a significant date in the church calendar. It's a date that's celebrated by Christians all around the world. It's important enough that we get a double bank holiday. But the way I saw Easter was a sort of way of bookending Jesus' life. We celebrate Jesus' birth at Christmas, and then I saw Easter just as a way of marking Jesus' death, if you like. But since becoming a Christian, I've realised that it's so much more than that. You see, Jesus came and lived on earth a perfect life that we could never live. And he took on himself all the punishment for all the sin, all our sin, all my sin, when he was crucified. And because he died for my sin, it means that I don't have to pay for my sin, that Jesus has taken all that punishment on my behalf. But it doesn't just end there. Then after 3 days of being in the grave, Jesus rose again, and that's why I love Easter, because Jesus is alive and Jesus is risen. And that's awesome news, because it means that because Jesus is in heaven, I can be with him too. That he absolutely has broken the power of sin and death. That it means that there is nothing to be fearful of meeting a God who is angry or who's going to ask us to pay for our sins, because Jesus has paid it all. But also, it's not just about the future, it's about now. I love Easter because it changes the way I live my life. Because Jesus has conquered sin and death, it means I don't have to carry that around with me in my life either. This world is beautiful, this world has got many good things in it, but it's been spoiled by sin. And we all know that life is difficult at times, life can be sad, there is illness and death, and there is brokenness in our world. But because Jesus lives, that doesn't have power over us if we trust in him. Because Jesus lives, I know that I am forgiven, I know that I am secure forever, I know that I'm loved beyond measure. And because Jesus lives, I know that I can live this life now with confidence that he is always with me, and I know that he will be in heaven when I die. There's a verse that I really love, and it sums up how I feel about Easter. It says, I have been crucified with Christ, and it's no longer I that live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life that I now live, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me.